Hello from Petco Park in beautiful downtown San Diego. An NL West matchup on the show. It's the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, all eyes are on this team's elite starting rotation. They're stringing together some quality outings.
Yeah, every starter is stepping up right now, Boog, going deep into games, and most importantly, keeping their bullpen fresh. Buckle up, because it doesn't appear that they're cooling off anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. And getting the call here, Griffin Canning.
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Just about to get started. Jung-Hoo Lee getting ready to hit. And this one is off and running. On the ground. The flip, nicely done for the out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Luis Arise.
In the air out to center. That one gets down for a hit. And that's a one-out single.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
On a line out towards center. Merrill moving under it. And there's two away. Rafael Devers up to hit.
The designated hitter, Rafael
Devers matched a homer in his last game. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Center fielders in today's game are so talented and so athletic. So when you blast one to deep center and get it to drop in, you know you really put a great swing on it. And that was nicely done for extra bases.
Swings through that one.
When a hitter's producing like he did in that last game, Boog, the other team just has to shrug and tip their caps, maybe just walk them. What a treat to watch.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He decides to hold on to it, and now they have runners at the corners. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's Elliot Ramos.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him. Chapman headed home. Run comes in from second, goes to third, but he beats it. And everyone's safe.
Comes through with the RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So 2 on with 2 away. And now Bader up to the plate. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And that is out of play. High fly ball, right field. Tatis gets under it. And that is that. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Giants 3. The Padres coming to bat. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the hill for the Giants, Landon Root. What's the word on him?
Well, primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
Manny Machado up to the plate.
Here tonight, the third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
And a foul ball. Into left center for a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. And he's into second with nobody out.
So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Man at second. Foul ball. The 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away. Jackson Merrill in the box now. Takes strike 1. Root. He isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable. He just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. Gets it to first. That's out number 2.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
Runner at second, 2 down here in the second game of the series.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
And what about analytics? Because one of the ways it seems like they've contributed to the trend is it's not just about are you capable of getting deep, that now focusing on the numbers, maybe the matchup is better with a different guy as the game goes on.
Only a handful of pitchers can go through an order 3 times, maybe even 4 times, and the analytics have contributed to that trend.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Padres leave 1. They trail it here 3-0.
Leading off for San Francisco, the catcher, number 14, Patrick Bailey.
Up the middle. Bogarts handles the chance. The throw to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Back to the leadoff spot of the Giants lineup. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Adames swings through it for strike 1. So now 1-2. The shortstop takes a ball. This one in the air, right field. Tracks it down for the out. And back here at Petco Park. So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. Foul ball there.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Freddie Ferguson behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. Here's a 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And that
That's
misses. 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. That one to first, and he can't come up with it. Eldridge to second, to first, not in time. Great effort there. 1 out, man at first. Xander Bogaerts, the next up for the Padres.
Nope, ball. Hee-haw!
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Stays alive.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's...
Snags it for the second out. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. In the air, right side. And that's the 3rd out. All set for the start of the inning. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Rafael Devers. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. And it one-hops the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH. Ground ball right side. Handles, throws to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with it.
Now he breaks his bat. And there's 2 away. Stepping in, Bryce Eldridge. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single. It's 4-zip. In the air, right field. Tatis coming on. And that is that. Welcome back. Well, Siggy, this starting rotation has been dominant, and we've seen much of the same today.
Yeah, and the numbers speak for themselves, Boog. This group just keeps executing game after game.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
That's off the mark. Ball 3. There's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. So a walk puts runners at first and second. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Fernando Tatis Jr. Bounce to the left side. And foul ball. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. First and second, no outs here in the last half of the third. There's a high chopper. There's one. Over to first, but he beats it.
Beat it up.
Up next for the Padres, the center fielder, number 3, Jackson.
Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
A little roller up along first. And that goes foul.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. 2 on, 1 out. And downstairs. And that'll load the bases.
Up next for the Padres,
Laureano comes up to hit. He's 0 for 1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper. 2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanic.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. Grand slam.
Wow, down 4 late in the game. Things aren't looking too good at that point, but they refuse to back down. Great at bats to load the bases and get that tying run to the plate, and boom, grand slam, and we're starting over. This should be a great finish.
Ball.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Tied at 4. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that's a fair ball. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's Miguel Andujar. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time.
Nope. Ball.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. Around second, on his way to third. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone. Now time is called here. Pitching coach on his way out to the mound. Runner takes off. Fouled off. He was late. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it.
Got him looking. Huge strikeout there. Stepping in for San Diego, Will Wagner. Flied to right his first time. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
This one in the air center field. And that is the inning. San Diego goes big with the grand slam. It's now tied 4-4. This is NL West action on MLB. Back here in San Diego, on to the fourth.
Really important time for a shutdown inning. The last thing they want to do is give up the runs they just scored. Man, that'll steal the momentum. They're hoping to make quick work of this half inning. Well, these Giants doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
Tied at 4. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
On top of that, they haven't left many runners on base, so they've been efficient getting runners on and finding ways to bring them home.
That's foul.
The 1-2. And there's a ball.
No, that's down. Ball.
On the ground to first. Sheets takes it himself, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit. And a man aboard.
The batter, number 1.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Base knock center field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Willie Adames to the plate now at a high leverage spot. Up the middle, lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. No throw, and everyone's safe. The bases are loaded. Here comes the manager out of the dugout. The new pitcher in the game, Yuki Matsui.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Fights it off. You'll see another. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Base hit. 1 run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Up next is the Giants.
So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat.
Cracks his bat and pops him
Infield
up.
fly rule in effect.
Elliot Ramos to the plate now with a chance to come up big. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that's the third out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 5-4 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back in the ballpark, and this pitching staff has been excellent lately, but they've coughed up a few in this one, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, that's what good teams do. Even without their best stuff, they find a way to give themselves a chance to win.
That's a strike.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Zips it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Here's Machado. Inside, just missed. Right side, hard hit. Arise on to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. The other way, and he beats the shift. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Batter tried to stretch that one into a double, but he wasn't about to let that happen. Nice job to get to the ball and fire that one into second just in time to get the out and end the inning.
Back here at Petco Park, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 1 down. So here's Bader now.
The center fielder, number 9, Harrison Bader.
And first offering is fouled off.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
He swings and fouls one off. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Ball.
High fly ball lifted into air right field. 2 down. Manager out of the dugout. So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Ron Marinaccio.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now a quick throw to first. Bader dives back. Runner on the go. Pitch is high. Throw safe.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-1. In the air, left field. And that is foul. Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Battling here as he fouls it away. That misses the zone. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a ground ball. Sends it to first. That's the inning. 1 left for San Francisco. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Turns to second for 1 and 2. What a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Sheets in the box again. Takes a strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. 1 for 2. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Gets him easily, ends the inning. 1 left for San Diego. Back here in San Diego. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. So up next, Luis Ariz.
The second baseman, Luis Ariz.
Ripped to third and caught. 1 pitch and 1 out. The shortstop takes the ball. Bullpen action for the Padres. David Morgan, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Estrada warming up as well. Swings through that one for strike 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
And that one is lifted in the air. Tatis on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next,
Devers now. 3 for 3's doubled twice and single. Out towards right center field. Merrill settles under it. And that is that. Giants down. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts. So they turn things over to one of their young arms, Hayden Birdsong.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Into the outfield, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock. Hit on the ground to short. Adames. There's one. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Base is empty after the double play. Freddie Fermin. And that one hammered. That's down. One hops off the wall. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
That's through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. That misses off the outside edge.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Man at second. Got him swinging for the K. And the Padres waste a chance.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, David Morgan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Chapman leading things off and takes a strike.
All these Giants doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more impressive, but especially in today's game, that's something they can feel very good about.
Fouled off down the right side. Quick toss to first. Chapman back in on a dive.
And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
Ball.
Chapman aboard here at first with nobody out. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. That one missed. In the air, right field. Tatis on his way over, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and it comes in too late. He's up to third on the flyout with 1 away. Bryce Eldridge, the next Giant to hit.
Number 8, Bryce Eldridge.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This would be a big pickoff if he can push the run across.
Makes the catch for the second out.
That takes away the opportunity to score the runner from third with a sac fly. We're talking about a different story if that line drive hits the ground. But he made a good play, and they can get out of this thing with 1 more out.
And that one fouled off.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Two outs and a runner at third. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Up the middle, base hit. Chapman scores. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. This one in the air, center field. Merrill under it. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 6-4 ball game. Bottom of the 7th, stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. This to center field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. The throw into second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Swing and a foul out of play. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the got him swinging.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here comes the Jose Butto taking over on the mound.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Laureano
No, that
up
missed.
to
That's
bat
a ball.
next. Lays off for a ball. Tying run at the plate. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Ground ball to the right side. Eldridge steps on the bag, 2 out. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Gets the outside corner with that one. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. They'll keep both their challenges. The Giants holding on to a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th.
Nope, that's outside.
Really been able
Ball.
to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
What a stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Padres leave one. They trail it here 6-4. We're at the top of the 8th, and digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. On the ground, right side. Sheets takes it to the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's strike 1. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Tatis on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 away now. Manager out of the dugout. Randy Vasquez on the pitch out of the pen here. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Willie Adames stands in. And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning. Now he's challenging the called strike. And the strike is overturned after review. So they've still got both their challenges. Out towards right center field. Tatis on his way over. And that'll do it. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. So here's the Padres DH. Miguel Andujar. This one in the air center field. 1 away. Check swing called strike. It's 0-1. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going.
Oh, now this ball is driven into the left center field gap. Here comes Bogarts around third. He'll score easily. And now they trail by 1.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Next to hit, Freddie Fermin. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move.
For San Francisco, number 73, Randy Rodriguez.
Just missed.
That's the ball.
That pitch gets the inside corner, and the count is 1-1. Tap foul at the plate. So the tying run at second, and it's fouled off. They'll do it again. He caught it behind his back. Nicely done for the out.
Just stop it. A great showcase of focus, athleticism, and hand-eye coordination. What a play.
In there at the knees for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The Giants holding on to a one-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground, out to short. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Padres with a run-scoring double. It's now back here at Petco Park. All set to start the 9th in this one. And here is Matt Chapman. That one fouled off. Makes a sliding stop to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Foul ball. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the 9th. Ramos tries to hold up, appeal to first, and no swing, says Joe McDonald. 1-1 now. There's a swing and a miss.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Pitch misses,
Outside, that's a ball.
and it's 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two. Gets a piece and stays alive. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Throws to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. Bryce Eldridge digs in now. Swings through the sweeper.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Pulls that one foul.
That's the ball. Outside.
On a line. And that'll do it. One left for San Francisco. Last chance for the home team. So digging in now for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. That pitch gets the corner, 0-1. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them. Looking to get the tying run on base. Rip, but it curls foul. Check swing called strike. 1-2. Slider misses outside. got him looking, and he didn't like the call. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed him. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. One-run game, bottom 9. Out to short. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Up next for the Padres, the center fielder, number 3.
And he pumps it a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
The Giants trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Down the line, and it's foul. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That's a really good take.
The Padres with the tying run on at first. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Hit on the ground to the right side. 1 at second. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now. Base is empty after the double play. Here's Ramon Laureano. He's already homered here in this one. Manager out of the dugout, and Ryan Walker on to try and close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Walker is just 1 strike away. Outside low. Going to count 1 and 2. Outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
2 down, nobody on. And that one hit to first, but that rolls foul. Swing and a chopper. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Giants extend their winning streak to 5 in a row.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.